My name is Genevieve Daly. I'm the Executive Director of NTAHC. So we are a peer-led organisation and have a range of programs that support people experiencing or at risk of domestic, family and sexual violence. This includes our care and support program. This offers case management, emergency relief funds and referral pathways into social services such as housing and crisis counselling for people at risk or experiencing domestic, family and sexual violence. We also have a sex worker outreach program that provides direct peer support to workers that might be experiencing domestic, family and sexual violence. We also have an LGBTI Living Well program, again, peer staffed program working with LGBTIQA+ people that might be experiencing domestic, family and sexual violence. In recent years, NTAHC delivered a youth-led sexual health service. This was in partnership with Headspace and SARC, and this had a focus on identifying young people that were at risk of domestic, family, sexual violence and supporting those young people to access respectful relationships education, consent education, and also specialist counselling services. Through submissions to government and in response to law reform initiatives, we're also advocating very strongly on behalf of the communities we serve for resourcing to deliver services that are led by peers and people with lived experience. There's lots of ways that people can take action to stop domestic, family and sexual violence. And I believe change can happen on a very large scale, so through government, legislative or policy change. And organisations can also look to their own culture, policies and governance practices to determine if they have the right mechanisms in place to support people experiencing domestic, family and sexual violence. But I also strongly believe change can happen on a very micro or small scale. And this is through everyday interactions, seeking out opportunities to normalise conversations about domestic, family and sexual violence, and ensuring that these conversations are informed by people with lived experience. I would really encourage people to recognise their own responsibility in taking action and then proactively seek out information on how they can take that action into their everyday lives. So the message I'd like to leave about domestic, family and sexual violence is that this is an endemic health crisis and it needs a holistic approach to the reform of service delivery. And this approach must centre affected communities and people with lived experience. They are essential to any kind of change and should be part of this every step of the way.